Hey y'all, welcome back to Mira's Maze. It's your girl Mira, and I'm back with another review of the second episode of the 37th season of The Challenge. So we're gonna get right into it. So we pick up right where we left off. We know Ed is coming into the house to replace Nam by Nam. You so fine. I really hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave because Nam, we all know he's a little thick. But anyway. So Ed's in the house now, and I do like the energy that Ed seems to bring. Like, I really liked him on the first season of The Circle. He was on there with his mama, so I realized I know of him a little bit more than I thought I did. So it's going to be interesting to see how he meshes with these people in this house, and also how he performs in the challenge. So Nelson is kind of filling him out, like, he's pretending to be all welcoming into the house, but we really know he's just trying to see what it's hitting for when it comes to Ed. So they end up having a house party, and I must say something about this season, like, they actually seem like they really having a good time. Like, I know they probably are the other seasons too, but honey, it seemed like a party like I would want to be at. Like, because usually I be skipping through the little party scenes because I be like, y'all in the house with the same people, y'all not having that much fun, chill out. But honestly, the rookies is bringing a little flavor into the house this season. I can't even front. So we also get to see Tori just being a little spicy, honey. She said, I ain't got that ring no more. I'm slaying that thing. So Tori is showing out. We already know that her and Kel showed some little interest for each other the first episode. So even though they ain't partners, honey, they said we can still do a little mingling. We can still get to know each other. So we see them. We see her do a little handstand in his lap, like, okay, Tori. I wonder how Dorian is feeling just sitting at the house watching his ex-fiance Wild Out on TV, because we know she had a little thing with Fessy last season, so it's a whole lot of mingling going on. So we also know that Ashley and Nelson smashed this episode, and I'm just like, Nelson, you have got to be a glutton for punishment. Like, the girls you go after, you was with Ashley. What's that girl's name? I can't think of her name, but y'all know she came from Bad Girls Club. She was on X on the Beach. Like, she just been getting around, and her and Nelson was together, train wreck of a relationship. And now you with Ashley. This is about to be a train wreck, and it's definitely gonna blow up the vet's plan to stick together, because we all know how ruthless and reckless Ashley is, and I don't think she will be able to separate the plan from her hurt feelings when shit goes left. So we gonna see. So amidst all the partying, the vets are still plotting. Josh reiterates, look, we are outnumbered in this game. If we don't play our cards right, these rookies have the power to take over. So we do need to stand together, and we don't need to be voting any vets, and we definitely need to start breaking down these strong rookies. So Kels becomes enemy number one, because he is no longer partnered with Tori. So at first they would have their reservations about throwing him in because he was with Tori, and they didn't want to be gunning for anybody linked to a vet. But since he's not, he is definitely on the chopping block. So it's challenge time, and Jordan's evil twin shows up, and they watching because they like, okay, I see you. You quiet, you just be in the house chilling, you be to yourself, but you got game, so we gotta watch you. You a threat. So Emmy is definitely a nutcase, like nutty as a fucking fruitcake, honey. She freaking underperformed and overreacted. Like, it is not an elimination, sweetie. You're not going home yet. Relax. Not yet. Even though I do feel like I want to see you go home, because I'm still a little salty. My girl left last episode, but we gonna move on. So these people are just dropping like flies, because all of a sudden Josh's partner's gone. I can't even remember who his partner was. Lauren? One of them start with an L. Y'all know. I think it was Laura, a vet, because okay. Anyway, she's gone, so they have to replace her. And Fessy did not look pleased at all when he started seeing whoever was coming out of the car. But you know, they had to be dramatic and go on a commercial. But when they came back, we saw that it was my bitch, my girl, Amber B. We all know she won last season with CT. Ooh, ooh. So as a rookie, let me add that, gotta spit out her credentials. So Fessy was definitely big hating when she came out the house. I mean, when she came out the car. So Fessy and Esther ended up winning, and I really like Esther, and I was really happy for her. My Nigerian queen, honey, put on for your people. So I was really happy for her. Him, not so much. So now, of course, they get back to the house. We get to strategizing, and eventually it's gonna be time for them to go in and talk about who they want up for elimination. And at the elimination, Josh just goes ahead and throws his cards on the table. You know, he makes it seem like Kels has been making all these deals behind the scenes, which I really don't think he has, which Kels didn't have nothing to hide, because he starts going around questioning, like, Fessy, did I make a deal with you? CT, did I make a deal with you? Like, he just went around the house. I mean, went around the table. Did I make a... No, he didn't. But obviously it didn't matter, because once your name is brought up and once you in the midst of scandal, you're gonna get voted in anyway. And the vets already had him targeted regardless, and I guess the rookies just went along with the plan because him and his partner ended up going in, and it was right on cue with the vets plan. So Priscilla is catching on. She's like, oh, I see, because y'all definitely set Kels up. Y'all recognize his strength, y'all set him up, and y'all threw him under the bus. So she's peeping what they putting down. So, and I like Kels. I really like Kels. And I also like that he was not scared. Like, he was like, I hope it's an individual so I can go in, show out, take some heads off, and come back in the house and keep taking heads off. So, I really like Kels. And Fessy is already fucking up the plan. Like, y'all supposed to be for the vets. Y'all supposed to hold it down. Y'all supposed to get the rookies out the house first before y'all turn on each other. And here you go. Because Amber B done came in the house and you shaking in your fucking boots because you and Casey did her wrong last season. You want to try to throw her in the elimination. But like Josh said, you throwing salt on the plan and you throwing salt on my game because she's my partner right now. And she's a good competitor, so you taking away my chance of potentially winning with her. So pump your brakes. And that really did irritate me. Like, you're literally mad because Amber B got to go home and got to see the shit that you and Casey talked and got to see how y'all play her like a fiddle, and she helped get y'all to where y'all made it to the end, and then y'all wanted to drop her. And it wasn't right. And instead of you admitting your wrongs and writing that shit, you want to try to throw the girl in because you know that she will probably gun for you at some point. So, luckily, when they go down there, Esther had more sense and she ended up throwing in Emmy. And he followed suit. And Emmy had the audacity to call everybody some snakes. Like, the snakiest of all snakes. Next to Fessy, because he's definitely the snakiest in the house. But you want to call somebody a snake like you wasn't just snitching and bitching last episode? Chill out. So it ends up being Tracy and Kels versus Emmy and Ed, because they threw Ed in as the guys. And at first, Ed and Emmy was showing out, honey, because like Ed said several times in the confessional, don't underestimate me. I'm actually very smart and I'm strong. So I definitely should be a threat, but I'm gonna play it low key. But him and Emmy was showing out. But then Kels and Tracy start catching up. So it did start looking like it's about to be neck to neck because Emmy starts struggling a little bit. And she's one of those players that when she gets flustered, her game goes out the window because she gets stressed, like we saw in that challenge. So luckily she ended up getting the last piece that she needed. And Ed handled that motherfucking puzzle like a G. Like, Devin's trying to help him, talking about it's a map of the world. He looked over like, boy, I know. So so he handled it. He did what needed to be done. And so then of course that meant Kels and Tracy got sent home. And Tracy went about it like emotional, like, oh, well, now I see who's fake. Girl, you were rookie. You knew they didn't have no loyalty to you. And your tears when y'all was talking in elimination definitely wasn't gonna do shit. So chill out. But I'm really conflicted because I really like Ed. Don't care for Emmy. Really like Kels. Tracy, I don't even know. So I would have liked to see Kels and Ed still be in the house. But he was collateral damage, so maybe they'll bring him on for another season because he does seem like he would be a really good competitor. So it's obvious that the Vet's plans worked. They saw it through. They did what needed to be done. But I definitely think the rookies would be dumb if they didn't see what's happening. Ed and Emmy decide that they want to choose new partners, and as we know, they can choose from anybody. They can still do whatever. So Devin and Tori must be the hot commodities this season because they done got stole both times. Devin, I don't understand why. like what is it? And he keeps getting pumped, like it's pumping his little head. Like y'all choosing me, little old me, over all these vets, over CT. CT's up there, and y'all choosing me, and that's what I'm saying too. Like CT's up there, and y'all choosing him. Y'all crazy. And then of course Tori, I think is good, and I think that her and Ed would actually be a hell of a team. So he's smart as hell. Plus, you got a vet, so I do think the rookies are smart when they go down there to go ahead and choose a vet. Even though it don't really make a difference because when they choose people to go down, they can choose from any team, so you're still vulnerable. But I see what they're doing. So now Michelle and Tori L are back together again, and I really think Tori L wants to get away from her again. Like, I think he don't mind her and they're friends, but I also think he sees strength in other people, and I think if he could get Tori back, he's gonna get Tori back. So I like Esther because she's peeping what's going on. She's seeing like it's a social game. You can be as strong as you want to be, but if your social ain't up to par, then your ass will go home. And I think that's even, I want to say that's part of the reason people are choosing Devin, because even though he is annoying as hell and he gets on our nerves, he does actually have decent relationships with a lot of people in the house, even the people who don't like him because he is annoying. Let him ride around, and he is kind of like not really like seen as a strong person that you wouldn't want to go against in the finals. So I could see it. So anyway, that was the episode. Another good episode. Can't wait for episode 3. Make sure y'all let me know what y'all thought in the comments down below. Of course, like this video up and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.